Mountain gorillas, forests and wetlands are often seen as environmental assets, and rightfully so. However, the African Wildlife Foundation also points out that they also should be considered economic assets capable of creating jobs, wealth and investment. William Evans Mutabazi sat down for a conversation with the Foundation's Chief Executive Officer.
Conservation is for people, and that's why for us, our principle at African Wildlife Foundation is that Africans need to lead conservation, Africans need to benefit conservation, and we need to do conservation by investing at the intersection between conservation and development. And all our strategies and approaches do that, centering people in the middle of conservation and development. And conservation becomes a business when it is improving people's lives, when it's improving livelihoods, when it's improving incomes, when people are participating in it and they're not protected away from it. I think Rwandans are going to get tired of me when I give example of Sakola, which is a community in Musanze, where 20 years ago we worked with the government and this community to build one of the first high-end lodges in Rwanda. And what the lodge has done is the lodge sits on an area about 16 acres, 20 to 16 acres. You know, when people were growing potatoes on this land, they were earning about $2,000 a year from potatoes. We worked with the government, we built a lodge there, and the lodge now pumps between $300,000 to $500,000. Just now, compare the lodge and the community. The investment in the lodge was about $0.7 million to build it. You know, but it pumps close to $500,000 annually into the community, into their livelihoods. It has changed their lives. That's on the ground, that's how it looks like. That people actually don't just come to dance for tourists. They don't come to sell small crafts for $10, $20. It's evident. They have shares. They own the lodge. And that's how ecotourism looks like. But the tourism is not the only thing that conservation contributes to. You know, people are going to do what we call wildlife economy. You know, sustainable agriculture is part of that. You know, agroforestry is part of that. People need to plant trees as a crop, as a cash crop. You know, the demand for firewood, the demand for construction materials, just here in East Africa, it's predicted that we don't have enough trees. We are running out of trees for construction alone. So it has to be a business. And that is conservation. So conservation is not about animals themselves. Animals are part of the ecosystem, but in nature is what we need to consider when we talk about conservation as a business. I think what Rwanda has done is branding Rwanda. It's huge right now. You can see what the brand has done here. You see how they're managing wetlands now here. You know, you close your eyes, you see that the air is cleaner, the water is fresher, people are healthier because of the environment, but also the supply, you know, agriculture is booming because of conservation. You know, so life becomes cheaper when we conserve. We don't conserve, things become scarce. You need air conditioning, so your electricity bills go higher because you need to conserve. You're drinking mineral water because you can't find fresh water. You're eating processed meat, your health is bad. So conservation is something that we cannot run away from. But also it's a foundation of our economic development. And that is our wealth. How we tap it, how we bottle it, it's the next Coca-Cola. You know, seeing a mountain gorilla for $1,500 for 1 hour, is there any other product in the world you know that you don't consume, you don't touch it, you don't take it at home. You know, you are charged to look at it and leave it, and you are timed for only 1 hour. Why don't we do that to giraffes? They are the tallest mammals in the world, and they're only found here. I think sometimes we expect too much from government. You know, brand Rwanda is so huge, Visit Rwanda is so huge, and the government has done that. Now, what individual citizens is to do is to tap into that. You know, Arsenal has promoted Visit Rwanda. Everybody knows Rwanda. Now, what an entrepreneur has done about production of anything about Rwanda as a name, you will love his way to the bank. You know, as a product. Is it a dried mango? Is it a dried pineapple that now you can export to Dubai? Because Emirates partnership with Visit Rwanda, Rwanda brand. So a mango made in Rwanda is going to be more known than a mango made from any other part of Africa because of the brand Visit Rwanda.